It's Week 17 of the 2023 season, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin. He's in the top tier of the league, 50 receiving yards so far this season. It's the Commanders and the Browns, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And CD, you look at Washington coming into play here. You figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from FedEx Field. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. A give running right is Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down and will.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Hunt. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Now Cade York for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They're led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2018, Baker Mayfield.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
First down, Mayfield. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Mayfield. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mayfield throw complete there to Thomas. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Mayfield on play action. Rolling to his left. That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And he'll be... inside the 40-yard line. A give running right, Gibson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's thrown into the hands of McLaurin. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown to Washington. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
But what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at it. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Our score after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to the 31. They follow up the gain of 5, only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. You had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him And we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Normally it's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. In that play, he simply dropped it.
To the air yet again, Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 34 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's capped off by the T.Y. Hilton touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, 2 cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Mayfield down. He's got it to Gibson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Perrion Winfrey in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
Watson's throw here pulled in by Hilton. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Currently, it's the Browns in control of the football as we resume action in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Tight end Harrison Bryant, the intended target. And it's 4th down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short, and this will stay at a 7-point game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Perrion Winfrey. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this one down inside the 35. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Mayfield. is McLaurin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Mayfield off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really throwing the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll begin with as good a rivalry as there's been the last decade or so. Baltimore playing host to their AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to the Motor City to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. Justin Fields has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map to check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. You'd have to imagine, given the snowy condition, lots to talk about at halftime for these 2 coaching staffs. Plenty of decisions to be made for this second half for sure. And for the call, we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Indeed, Coach, thanks very much. And that snow you alluded to showing no signs of stopping, at least in the foreseeable future.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Mayfield down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thomas.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throwing, Mayfield.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because it plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one good for 37 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the 2nd half of a game.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants with it. He has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. This one left side caught by Gibson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they said going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Mayfield. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watson gets this one to Cooper. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Watson on 1st down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes are completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Watson. Got a man and he hits him in stride.
Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee. And they'll take over at the 25.
Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson.
And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson.
Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 2 yards is the pickup.
And it'll be first down, Washington. Once more, Gibson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A carry for Gibson.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Watson.
That one is caught by Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Watson.
This is caught by Hilton.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Now Watson.
Touchdown, Browns. T.Y. Hilton with career touchdown number 60.
And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Commanders, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.